I was in the mood for some beef today, but I wasn't in the mood to cook a whole entire brisket. So what I decided to do was pick up some chuck roast or chuck pot roast, chuck steak, however you want to call it. But it's only 2 people in the house, and this one is about 2.4 pounds or so, and there's some nice marbling to it. And I figured I would cook it just like I cook a brisket almost. I'm going to go ahead and be simple. Just going to use salt and pepper. This is 50% salt, kosher salt, 50% 16 mesh pepper. Going to use that. And I was looking through my cabinet, and I did also add some injection. Don't really think it's necessary, but since I have it, why not? So I'm also going to inject it. So I'm going to inject it and cook it like a brisket and run an experiment and see how it comes out. Get back to you soon. Let's get started. All right, let's get started. I'm gonna go ahead and start injecting this. This is my larger injector. For whatever reason, I couldn't find my small one, so I'm just gonna have to make do. That's why you see a little dripping out there. Now I'll just try to get a little bit in each muscle here as the best as I can. Like I said, this is pretty large injector to use for this little piece of meat here. I'll do my best. See how much it holds here. I'll put just a tad more injection in, and that's gonna be it. I'll go through the sides a little bit here. And I think that should be sufficient there. Good enough. Go ahead, and like I told you, just gonna be a simple salt and pepper, 50-50. I didn't put any kind of binder or anything on the meat for it to stick. I'm just gonna season each side, salt and pepper. Make sure you get those edges. See a lot of that moisture leaking out where I had trying to use the needle that's too big there, but that's okay. All right, flip this over here. Get this other side. And on this meat, just gonna let it sit while I get the pit ready. I'm not sure which wood I'm going to use yet. I need to go outside and see what I have because I don't recall what I have, so I will do that. And there we go. We're already salt and peppered up. We'll let that sit. It's no use in doing, or I shouldn't say no use. You don't have to do things overnight. Just let it sit at least, 30, 40 minutes or so. Let it get back to room temperature. Let the meat start to sweat and let the seasoning start to adhere to the meat, and you're fine. I know sometimes you do things for 24 hours, 12 hours, but in my experience, it's not always necessary. So at any rate, I'll get back to you. Well, since we're experimenting today with this meat, I also decided to move over here to use a smoke tube to get some extra added smoky flavor and see how that works out. I figured since I was playing around, I may as well go all in and play around. So we're going to get started with that. And oh yeah, by the way, the wood that I decided to use is post oak. We're going to do it Texas style. Well, since we got the meat started in the pit, we're gonna run it at 250. Like I said, it's only about a 2.4 pound piece of meat. So I normally wouldn't open the pit for a couple of hours, but in this instance, since it's not a really big cut, I think I'll check it in about 1 hour. I'll open the pit in about an hour or an hour 15. So let's move on. Let's get it done. Let's do a very quick temperature check. I don't like to leave my pit open. We're running into 130. We got some time to go. That pit was running at about, not the pit. The meat was at 133. I'll wrap it a little bit later, especially when it gets to the color that I like and the temperature, probably somewhere around 165, 170, somewhere around that. And I'll wrap it. I'll do it just like a brisket, and we'll take it off about 203 to 205, something like that. But it's not even at the color I like yet, so we got some time to go. I probably could have left that sucker closed for the whole entire 2 hours without opening it, but we only opened it for almost less than 30 seconds, so we should be good. We're actually 2 hours in now. Even though I injected it, I'm gonna give it a little spritz. It's not at the temp I want yet, but it's getting to the color. Went ahead and pulled it and wrapped it up. Let's take a look. See how it looks here. Beautiful, nice color. Now that it's rested, let's cut into this. How these pieces look here. Looks pretty good. Now all there's left to do is taste. Pretty dang good. It's not a brisket, of course, but for not cooking a brisket today, kind of like a little burnt in there. It's moist. I'm enjoying it. Try another piece there. It's good. Talk to you guys later.